A Disney World restaurant will be closing very soon, kind of out of nowhere. We have new details about Tiana's Bayou adventure, including nods to its predecessor, Splash Mountain. A former Disney CEO has come out of the woodwork, and the opening date for the revamped Fort Wilderness Cabins has been announced. All the latest Disney Parks news is coming up right now here on DFP Guide. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. It is Saturday, which means it's time for me to tell you everything that happened in the Disney parks this week. So grab your beverage of choice. Mine is this mocha chocolate coffee situation right here, which I just brewed up in my coffee maker. And let's get started. Festival of the Arts may have just started, and you can check out our top eats for that festival on the channel now, but EPCOT's already geared up for the next one. We now have an end date for this year's Flowering Garden Festival. It's going to begin on February 28th and run through May 27th, which is not really that long for the Flower and Garden Festival. This is significantly shorter than the past few years when it has gone all the way into July. But you'll still have 90 days to check out all the food, including the 4 announced returning booths: Honey Bistro, Magnolia Terrace, Northern Bloom, and Pineapple Promenade. 6 new character topiaries will be joining the over 70 that will be on display throughout the festival. We've got a brand new Groot topiary. Characters from Wish and Coco will also be joining the lineup. The Garden Rocks concert series full lineup has also been announced. We've got the full list of dates on DisneyFoodBlog.com, so check that out if you want to catch the Pointer Sisters, Simple Plan, Flock of Seagulls, Modern English is new this year, plus a whole bunch of other bands that will be performing during the festival. Dining packages to guarantee a seat at those shows go on sale February 6th. Both Spike's Pollination Exploration and the Extravaganza Hunt Scavenger Hunts will be returning this year as well. So we've got an opening date for the brand new revamped Fort Wilderness Cabins finally. These are set to open on July 1st, 2024 for the first round of them. These are currently being completely renovated with a more sleek, modern, tiny house kind of vibe. And the cabins are going to sleep up to 6 adults and feature a bedroom, bathroom, living room, full kitchen, and private patio. A select number of cabins will also be dog-friendly. Disney Vacation Club DVC sales for the cabins will begin on February 1st, 2024 for existing members. The general public will have access to the sales on February 27th, and new Disney Vacation Club members whose home resort is the cabins can begin booking online or with member services on March 12th. After April 23rd, all members can begin booking stays. We've got huge news for the Disney restaurant scene. Another Disney World restaurant is permanently closing. Big River Grill and Brewing Works at Disney's Boardwalk Inn will be permanently closing very soon, January 22nd, 2024. January 21st will be the restaurant's last day of operation. Big River Grill wasn't a standout or super popular restaurant for fans, but it was a solid sports bar and place to grab a beer and a bite to eat on the boardwalk. We enjoyed the meals we had there for the most part. They weren't anything different from what you might find at your local sports bar though, so nothing destination worthy. While we're sad to see Big River Grill go, we are excited that this means something new will hopefully take its place. We can't wait to see what's next for this space. So we had to squint to see these new details at Tiana's Bayou Adventure in Magic Kingdom, but we got a photo of the spot on the ride just before the drop, if you remember where that was from the old Splash Mountain, and we spotted some colorful new lanterns. Although we can only see a few bottles right now, the ride model Disney shared way back in 2022 shows what this will eventually look like. All those glowing lanterns will be hanging above the area right before that big drop. We've also seen some concept art of how Mama Odie will appear in the ride, and it appears to be the scene right before the drop, or Mama Odie's scene at least has a bunch of these light bottles, so maybe this is it. And this week, one Imagineer, Ten Robledo, dished some new details about what we can expect from the new ride. First, we learned that several Tiana audio animatronics will be used throughout the ride. Now, these will feature the same advanced technology that the Frozen Ever After attraction uses in Hong Kong Disneyland, so no more rear projection faces weirdness. We also heard that we'd be getting a Lewis animatronic on the ride a while ago, but Robledo shared that not only will we see Lewis, but we'll also see more animatronics that will represent the critters, and there will be a swamp animal band. In addition, Imagineers have been focusing on the use of a New Orleans soundscape to make visitors feel like they're actually there. Outside the barn area, there will be speakers playing reimagined New Orleans classics performed by an assortment of local musicians. And as we previously learned, there'll be the sweet smell of beignets drifting through the air to just add to the effects. Now, we got some info about how similar this is going to be to Splash Mountain. Robledo talked about the loading area of the ride, so kind of where you get in your log, right? He said it looks very similar to Splash Mountain, and it's very similar how you're going to load the ride. Right now, there are a couple of big cranes that are hoisting Tiana's foods crates in there, so there's of course going to be theming change, but the loading area is going to be very, very similar. And then of course, the track is just the same as Splash Mountain, so it's going to be the same small drops followed by that big drop. It's going to feel very similar to Splash Mountain in terms of what the ride feels like. But he also said that after the big drop, everybody is staying mum right now in terms of giving details and updates because there's going to be some magical moments there. So stay tuned to DFB as we bring you more updates on Tiana's Bayou adventure in Disney World and Disneyland. The Walt Disney Company has significantly changed since replacing Disney CEO Bob Chapek with Bob Iger. Recently, Chapek has accepted a new position, however. On January 16th, 2024, Massimo, a global medical technology company, announced a new member joined its board of directors. In a press release announcing the news, we learned that Bob Chapek has been appointed to the board. Massimo is described as a global medical technology company that develops, manufactures, and markets a variety of non-invasive monitoring technologies. The company's mission is to improve life, improve patient outcomes, and reduce the cost of care by taking non-invasive monitoring to new sites and applications. So that's what Mr. Chapek is doing at the moment. Cirque du Soleil's Drawn to Life in Disney Springs has an exclusive discount for Disney World annual pass holders. Instead of paying $75 plus per ticket, you'll pay $69 plus tax. Now, each annual pass holder is eligible for up to 4 discounted tickets, but there are blockout dates: President's Weekend in February, March 30th and 31st, and November 27th to December 1st. A brand new store is coming to Disney Springs. Vineyard Vines will soon arrive. The new store will be located in Disney Springs Town Center. No word on an official opening date yet, but we will keep you posted. Disney Cruise Line's newest destination, Lookout Key at Lighthouse Point, is set to open in the summer of 2024, and Disney just released the list of port adventures. That list includes banana boats, bike and kayak rentals, snorkeling, scuba, historical and cultural tours, and more. Port adventures can be booked 75 days before your sail date for first-time sailors, and even earlier for Castaway Club members. Over in Animal Kingdom, you can head to Restaurantosaurus for not one, but 2 new snacks. The first is the Dragonfly Cupcake for $6.49. This is a lemon cake with raspberry mousse filling, vanilla frosting, and a chocolate dragonfly topper. Not as pretty as it could have been, but one of the best tasting cupcakes we've had in a while. The lemon cake was moist with a real lemon flavor, and the raspberry mousse inside was dense and rich with berry flavors. The frosting is your standard vanilla buttercream. We also grabbed the S'moresaurus shake for $8.49. This is a vanilla milkshake with chocolate and caramel drizzle in the cup. It's topped with 2 lightly toasted marshmallows, a chocolate-dipped s'more, graham cracker crumbs, and whipped cream. The shake is pretty basic, but those toppings make it over the top and pretty shareable. Lastly, we went to Terra Treats and grabbed the s'mores dessert pizza for $6.49. This is pizza dough with brown butter and brown sugar baked into it, topped with crumbled graham crackers, toasted marshmallows, and chocolate sauce. This has a crispy crust drizzled in plenty of chocolate sauce, just the way a dessert pizza should be. Sweet, but not so sweet that you don't get a little savory contrast with that dough. Easily shareable. Make your way over to the Main Street Confectionery to try the new Skittles Strawberry Lemon Bundt Cake. Skittles on a cake, not new for Disney World. They're putting Skittles on everything these days, but there's actually more to the sum of its parts on this one. This mini lemon bundt cake is made with a strawberry filling and is topped with strawberry buttercream frosting and crushed freeze-dried Skittles. Purchasing one of these small beauties is going to cost you $5.99. The bundt cake is very dense, but surprisingly lightly sweetened. We got strong flavors of the lemon and strawberry, which combine to make this both a fruity and very tart treat. The frosting sweetens the dessert with other nicely balanced flavors, but we hardly noticed the Skittles on top because they were so small and such a small part of the overall treat. The jelly-like strawberry filling was delicious, and we were big fans of that inclusion. If you prefer light and fluffy cupcake-like cakes, maybe skip this one though, because this is very, very dense. It's a bundt cake. Disney's on the bundt cake train. We found a Valentine's Day treat in Magic Kingdom. The Sweetheart Popcorn Mix is brand new and available for a limited time at the Colonel Kitchen in the Main Street Confectionery for $13.99. This Valentine's Day inspired treat is strawberry flavored candy popcorn, M&Ms, crushed chocolate cookies, basically Oreos, mini marshmallows, dark chocolate drizzle, and white chocolate drizzle. If you have a sweet tooth, this one is going to please. Now, we're all for a sweet and salty combination, but strawberry, this should be interesting. It is super sweet. We enjoyed ours after we'd been walking around in the sun for a bit, so the chocolate and marshmallows had gotten all melty and gooey. We recommend this to anyone who loves a very, very sweet snack and wants a fun snack for Valentine's Day. This is also a pretty large portion, and it's kind of too sweet to all eat at once, so this is one to dig into throughout the day. The Edison in Disney Springs has a new cocktail series called Shaken and Stirred, an intimate afternoon with only 10 guests per class. They take place on certain Saturdays at 1 p.m. and are $100 per person. The first event is already sold out, and each event features a different focus, like tiki, tequila, or building out your home bar. There were quite a few new snacks over at the Disneyland Resort, and we got most of them. I think we got all of them. We're starting with the pepperoni pretzel for $10.49 at Refreshment Corner on Main Street, USA. This is topped with fried pepperoni crumbles and Parmesan cheese and served with a spicy marinara sauce. This Mickey pretzel is like eating your own personal pizza. The grape Mickey Shake beignets can be purchased at Mint Julep Bar in a 3-pack for $5.99 or a 6-pack for $9.49, and the Mardi Gras sauce can be purchased alongside them for $1.39. Now, these beignets are dusted with grape powdered sugar, and the sauce is green vanilla flavored icing with gold pearls. The beignets were warm and soft, but the grape flavor kind of tasted artificial. It was reminiscent of like kids' cough syrup. Wasn't the worst thing we've ever tried, but we probably won't get it again. I think our reporter ate one of them and didn't really need the other two at the time. I think he brought them home. Next, we're headed to Jolly Holiday, where they just brought back that Berea sandwich, and it's as good as ever. We also got the s'mores tart here for $6.49. It's made with graham cracker shell filled with dulce de leche, chocolate sponge, and chocolate ganache, topped with a toasted marshmallow. Overall, great texture. The marshmallow on top is very, very well done. It's like a s'more, but elevated. It is rich, though, so it could be very shareable. The banoffee pie for $7.49 is a graham cracker shell filled with dulce de leche, banana diplomat cream, and fresh bananas, topped with vanilla bean chantilly and toffee bits. We enjoyed the flavors, found that it wasn't too overpowering. Our only wish is that we wanted more banana chunks. We also tried the cherry vanilla macaron for $7.99. This has cherry buttercream and vanilla bean cream sandwiched between the white macaron shells, decorated with gold edible glitter and chocolate flakes. Like a lot of Jolly Holidays macarons, the presentation here is top notch. This thing is tart though, so just a heads up on that. We also made a stop at Smoke Jumpers Grill in California Adventure to try the raspberry cheesecake shake for $9.79. It's topped with whipped cream, cheesecake bites, and fresh raspberries. Our feelings were a bit mixed on this one. The raspberry flavor was great, but the cheesecake bites got a little too soggy. Also heads up that the Sketchpad Cafe at the newly renovated Pixar Place Hotel is already open. Hours are currently posted daily from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. And finally, over at Hungry Bear Restaurant, there's a churro funnel cake with vanilla ice cream for $11.99. Comes with cinnamon sugar, caramel sauce, vanilla ice cream, and whipped cream on top. Okay, so what do you need to know if you're in Disney World this week? We are solidly into Disney World's slow season. That doesn't mean you won't see crowds, but it does mean that wait times will be lower than most weeks in 2024 until we get into that heat of summer and spring break. We've got a lull before some sports competitions arrive in Orlando, and we expect Genie Plus pricing to reflect this lower crowd time. Expect Magic Kingdom and multi-park options, the most expensive Genie Plus tiers, to top out at around $23 per person per day. We may likely see these go a bit lower around midweek. Get ready for some serious cold in the parks tonight with temperatures dipping into the 30s, but after that the rest of the week looks pretty warm with temperatures going to the low to mid 80s. Things also look relatively dry at the moment, but always check that forecast to see if rain is going to pop up. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad is reopening today after a brief refurbishment. Part of the Skyliner route will reopen tomorrow, so you'll be able to travel to Hollywood Studios, but the Riviera to EPCOT line will remain closed through January 27th. Rock and Roller Coaster and Kali River Rapids are still closed, R&R until the summer and Kali until mid-March. Frozen Ever After will have a short one-day closure on the 24th and should reopen the next next day. We found 2 new Loungefly backpacks in the Emporium in Magic Kingdom. First is the Parks Icon bag. This backpack features a park icon from each of the Disney World parks. You got Cinderella Castle, Tree of Life, Spaceship Earth, and Tower of Terror. We also saw this adorable Grogu and Mandalorian backpack. We love the texture and art style of this one. We haven't seen it online yet, but you can always check out the website for the latest merchandise updates. All right, if you want all the latest news all the time, don't forget to sign up for our free newsletter. The link is down below. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Vlog, and we'll see you real soon.